Hello, I'm Caleb Nichols. You've never seen me before. I'm the person who's been recording most of the videos you've seen on the channel. All of the preaching and singing, almost all of them, I've been the one who's been behind the camera. We've been traveling to so many churches the past years, and I try to record a little bit while I'm there. In a lot of the YouTube channels and Facebook pages I see, they just put the whole service in one big video, and I didn't really like that. At least I don't personally, when I'm searching for something, it's hard to find. I don't want to search through a whole video for a song or a sermon. So what I did was I thought, instead of recording the whole sermon, I'll record it in episodic, like episodes, have one preaching and then have little pieces of singing rather than one whole big one. If I was going to search for these kind of things, this is what I would search for. Search for videos that are a bit more easier to find and bite-sized things I could use, rather than trying to scroll through and rewind through a whole big live stream. So, yeah. And if you have no idea who I am, then that's fine. That's fine. I've met so many people and given people so many our prayer card that I don't know if all of them, like half of them, are the ones who subscribe to the channel or not. If you've never seen me in person, that's fine, that's great. I've just seen so many people and told them about our channel or about our ministry and didn't know where y'all came from. So if we met before, great. If not, hopefully we'll meet at another church meeting or your church sometime. But what we do, I've been doing it for the past close to 8 years now, though I wasn't doing it as much until about 4 years ago. I was still a young 18, helping out, an older man with his ministry, and so I didn't have a lot of time. And I was working on college and things like that. That's putting a long story short. But what we do is we travel to churches and set up Bible and book display tables just like this one. I'll see if I can get a good view of some of the things here. Yeah. This is a relatively smaller table. We were only here for today, so we didn't set up a huge display. But what we do is we help churches get these Bibles and books, because this stuff is kind of hard to find nowadays, it seems. At least it's not easy to get, I'll put it that way. There's not a lot of Christian bookstores anymore. When people want to go to a bookstore, it's usually Barnes & Noble or Goodwill, and Goodwill's not a bookstore, but c'est la vie. But our ministry, that's what we do. We try to help folks get Bibles and books. If you like putting things into boxes in your head, I do too. It makes things easier to grasp. It's a traveling Christian bookstore. That's the easiest way to put it. We help folks get great books and Bibles, like this one here, the Seaside Bible. A lot of folks ask for this one. It's been around for years. I'd say at least 20 years. I can't remember now. But it's hardcover, easy Bible for kids. Us adults have a harder time reading that small print, but for kids, it's a great Bible to train them on, to teach them to take care of their Bible. And it's $15. When I was a kid, that was a lot of money, but as an adult, it doesn't go quite as far. That's 3 cheeseburgers, sometimes only 2. but it's only 15 bucks. And I don't want to turn this into a commercial for all the books, but just to give you a little bite size of what some of these are. Like missionary biographies, Jacob DeShazer. If you're a World War II buff, history buff, you'll know him. He was part of the Doolittle raid, and he got captured by the Japanese, was a prisoner over there until the end of the war. And then after the war, he went back to America for a little bit because he got saved. And then he went back to Japan. I mean, this guy was a total Japanese hater. I mean, whenever he found out they bombed Pearl Harbor, he said, them Japs are gonna pay. I mean, he was annihilated, kill them all. But he got saved and went back and preached the gospel to them. Crazy. And the Japanese couldn't figure this out either, because everybody would always show up to his services like, you're the American who bombed us, and now you're preaching to us? Huh? No one could understand it. But, yes. So that's the gist of our ministry. I'd say the gist. We do more. We help folks get Bibles, and there's a lot of Bibles here. You can't really tell a lot from this one video, but the main thing is to get, our tagline on our prayer letter is Heritage Baptist Books, helping churches and Christians obtain great quality made Bibles and good books that will help them grow and get to know the author of the Bible. That's a lot of it. If you would like us to come by your church, if you're a pastor, great. If not, send your pastor this video or the contact info in the description. But we can come by your church and set up a display table like this and make these available to your people. Another thing, we are also raising support just like other missionaries. If you haven't been raised and don't know all the dogma, that's okay. I'll try to be simple, but and keep the video for you and for anyone else, pastors who might, keep it for pastors, and preachers who understand what I'm talking about, but also people who don't know what I'm talking about. So that's okay, because I've had atheists comment on my videos, which is great, but I wonder why they clicked on them in the first place. I don't know. That's okay. I try commenting back, and sometimes they answer, sometimes they don't, but that's okay. But we are raising support to do this as well, because most folks think we live off the Bibles and books, when we sell them, but we don't. We take all that money we get and put it in an account at our church, Victory Baptist Church in Greenfield, Indiana. But we do that, and we'll use that money to buy more Bibles and books and help pay for gas, because we're traveling to churches like this almost nonstop, or at least that's what we're trying to do. But we're gone at least 2 weeks every month, sometimes 3, depending on cash flow, as they say in the business world. But we're raising support. So far we have 11 churches, and they right now all together they are giving us $550 a month to try to keep this ministry going. It's a ministry for God's people and to get these good books out. So someone grabbed another book out of it. But, I'll just use this one for illustration purposes. This one isn't it, but I have another book that is, it's like a graphic novel of the whole Bible. And a lot of people, like grandparents, but in particular, they've been the ones who buy it from us the most. And it's called the Action Bible. And it's a graphic novel. It's not a Bible, but it's a graphic novel of every single Bible story in the Bible, as far as I can tell. It even has Ezekiel in there. And I mean, how you explain Ezekiel to a kid that's in a picture form? That's pretty amazing, I think. But a lot of people get that for their kids or grandkids, because it's a great way to help kids learn about the Bible and understand why adults treasure it so much. Got a little sidetracked there, but we're raising support. It's to help this ministry keep going in the West. It would help us keep doing this ministry full time as much as we can. $550 if anybody's paid any bills, if you pay bills, which you probably do if you're an adult. That's not a lot of money, but God's been good. We've been getting through with that and other sources of income. Because when we aren't traveling, I actually have another job. I work in construction. And that's great because they always need more, they always need a willing back to do some of their labor. And it's almost always available. I can be gone a month or more and come back, and almost every single time they need help. So and they're real accommodating with me, and they know my schedule and the ministry. So they're all accommodating with that. Very nice. But I guess this is where I should close the video. This is like first time vlogging. I am still learning this. So anybody who has some tips and tricks, please feel free to share them. Also, if you are a business person, I would really like to talk to you as well. I don't really know any Baptist business people, and I would like to. And you don't have to be Baptist. Because this is a ministry, but like most things, the techniques that people learn in business, really help here as well. So if you're a business person, I would appreciate some input. I'll put my email in the description. Shoot me an email to tell me, just what is some tips or things you would like, or if you could point out to Easy that would be helpful for a guy trying to sell Bibles and books. Because we go to small churches, and they can't buy a ton of books each time, but if we don't help the small churches, who's going to? So any help would be appreciated. I think that's about it. Appreciate it. And also, I don't have ADHD, as far as I know, but this is a nice cover. I thought you should see it. I've never met this guy, but he has a great graphic designer. A Story of Mercy. It's about Jonah. It's been out for a little while. You can see the whale right here too, sort of. Yeah. But this is a great book. And I mean, everybody loves this book. I can't hardly keep it in stock. But hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think, and if you're looking for Bibles or books, please let me know. I'll see if I can help you out. Thank you.